Hi guys. Sorry, I think I was doing that wrong and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making a fool of myself just being on my page and people wondering what I was doing. So I'm just giving it a sec here to see if you guys are still watching or if I lost you. Sorry about that. And I see one person is watching. Thank you. All right. Now, are you guys watching me in the party? Okay. You just tell me if you're. Oh. Okay. I think we're good now. I got a little panicky when people I didn't think were in the party were watching. So okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy, for letting me know. Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming to this virtual party today. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Hey Jess, so glad you came. Hi Lisa. This is so fun to be able to get together, even if it's virtually with our crazy schedules. Sometimes it's all we can seem to do. But I wanted to just come live for a sec, maybe a little bit more than a sec, to make a card with you. I'm just gonna kind of go through what it is. So I'm going to flip the camera. So hopefully this goes relatively smoothly, and we're going to create this cute little happy birthday card. So fun, using the new in colors. So bear with me. Thanks, Maureen. I'm glad you're here. So glad. I'm gonna flip the camera, so I probably won't be able to see any of the comments as I'm going live. But you'll get to hear me and see this cute card that you can make yourself. Okay, here goes nothing. You may want to close your eyes, as I don't know an easy way to do this. I'm gonna keep it as smoothly as I can. You're gonna see the ceiling. Okay. Here we go. We'll just move this up. Okay, let me just move this out of the way here. All right, now for the fun. This is what I live for, sharing this fun stamp stuff. Okay, so I just want to give you a closer look at this card because it is all shimmery, and I don't know if it can pick it up well on, there you go, you kind of see some of the sparkle. So we're going to be doing a little bit of watercoloring here, and we're using the shimmery white cardstock today. And we're going to do just an easy wash in the background. And to do that, I'm using the Lemon Lime Twist, this fun, bright, yellowy green, limey green color. And we're going to be using the Aqua Painter. Now you could put you could press the lid together and use that as a watercolor technique, but what I like to do is I just like to use my clear block, and then this is going to become like a watercolor palette. It sounds fancy, but it is really, really easy. This Aqua Painter is filled with water, and I just keep it like this, keep it at my desk so it is ready to go when I'm ready to go. And what I'm going to do at first is I'm just going to put a light wash of water, and then I'm going to take my watercolor palette that I just made, no fancy things needed, and I'm going to squeeze to get the color to bleed a little bit more, pick up some of that color, and it is just running with the water. I have this sorry, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sorry. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That was my husband. He's at the firehouse. Probably like, what is happening here? And that is it. Now I've got a beautiful watercolored background. I'm just going to wipe off my brush, and that is it. I'm going to grab a wipe here to clean off my block so that it is ready for me to put my stamp on. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over to the side, and we're going, sorry about that. I don't know how to put it on airplane mode while I'm on here. I do apologize. I'm going to go ahead and move this to the side so that it can dry. I'm just putting it behind me, and we're going to go ahead and move on to making these balloons. So I've got my stamps here from the Balloon Celebration stamp set, and we are just using the balloon shapes for this. And this is great because this is two-step stamping, so you have the solid image, the outline image, and even the little decoration that we're going to be playing with. So for the sake of time, I've got one stamped here already using the lemon lime twist. And I'm going to go ahead, put that to the side, and we're going to be using this is the Berry Blast, right? Berry Burst. Berry Burst. Okay, so I like to start with my solid image first, and I'm going to stamp off so that I have a lighter coloring, and then I just get my base, and then I'm going to do one more of those. I think I got enough room. Let me grab another paper here. Okay, put that to the side, and then I've got my cute little sparkle thingies, and I'm not going to stamp that one off. I'm going to stamp it directly on there. It doesn't matter if it's not perfectly lined up. When it gets cut out, it all works itself out. So I'm going to use my basic black now to come in and do the outline. You see how that outline just makes the balloon really pop? And then we're going to grab our punch, our balloon punch, and we're going to punch it out. Okay, so there's that one, and then there's this one. Now, if you notice how I started those balloons, there was a method to my madness, and that is because we are going to be using the balloon punch, and I like to use mine turned over so that I can position it and see it exactly where I am going to be cutting. Voila, just like that. Cute little balloon. And so if you start your stamping to the left, you won't have any waste, because if I had started my stamping to the right and I went to cut it out, see how I would have that issue? Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Okay, I'm gonna cut that one out, and this last one. Sorry, probably should have. Okay, so that is that. Now I'm just going to grab my twine, and I have this beautiful shimmery, I don't know if you can see it, goldish and cream twine left over from my paper pumpkin this month. So why not put it to good use? I've got it. And my little trick, I can go ahead. We're done with the stamping. I don't need that anymore. My little trick for my balloons to make it real easy, sometimes I tie it on, but for the most part, I like to go ahead and tape it down so that I don't have to worry, especially when you're looking at this really thin twine. Okay. This is kind of weird, doing this live and not having a way to edit it if I'm rambling or making a mistake. So thank you for bearing with me here today, being my guinea pigs, so to speak. Okay. All right. And voila. We've got some cute little balloons here. I see a little piece of tape coming out there, so I'm gonna go ahead and I hear all kinds of dings. Like I think you guys are saying stuff, but I can't tell right now. Okay, my paper is almost dry, so I'm going to bring in my big shots because we need to cut out this image. It's a little tricky. Okay, so I have my magnetic platform here. I'm putting it down and I'm making a sandwich with my clear plates, and I've got black because I'm actually doing 2 layers here just so it pops. You could certainly do it with one, but if anyone knows me, it's the little things that you do that are extra that put things over the part. And so look at this happy birthday Thinlit. It is super cute. I just am loving it because I have a lot of birthdays, especially in the last few months, so birthday stamps and all kinds of goodies are always on my list. And you know what? I only ran it through once. I like to run it through twice. I usually just go forward and back. Move that out of the way. This card, see, we're almost done. This card just comes together so quickly. I know it doesn't look like it because you can't see it. I am just using my brush here. It's not a necessary step. Sorry, that's probably really loud. But it just gets all those bits and pieces out and makes it easier to get your little saying out. It's coming out. It's just really thin, so I want to be careful. And see, just like that, we have our cute, adorable, happy birthday. See, from this to this, voila. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and move my little bits and pieces and grab my glue, which I had out and ready. Oh, here it is. And my mats. Uh-oh. All right, I'm looking for, I guess I can't find it, so I'm just going to use, I keep my glue, I've shared this tip before in video, I keep my glue in a little handy dandy container just so that it keeps it nice and dry. And I can't believe that I don't know where I put my Silicone Max, so I'm just going to use this. That one's empty. Just put a little bit of glue there. And I've already pre-cut this just for the sake of saving time. So I've got my black and then I've got my berry burst, and I'm going to layer these over just so you get a little shadow effect. So I'm just going to grab some of this glue and I'm just going to pounce it so that I'm not going to get any big globs of glue, and it's just going to nicely stick together and create one piece. So move that out of the way. I'll go ahead and position this. Of course I can't see now. There we go. And you're just kind of off centering it ever so slightly so that it pops up. Now I have a sheet of 8.5 by 11, and I am just going to cut it in half to create my card base. So I'm just going to cut it down to 5.5, and then I'm going to score it at 4 1/8. 4 1/4, sorry. And that is my card base. Gonna bring back in my watercolored piece of paper and remove the washi. I had just put that washi tape on so that it would keep it relatively straight since I was putting some water on it. And since I have my liquid glue out here, I am just going to, whoops, fold my card down. All right, let me just make sure I've got my correct measurements. I'm gonna throw a little bit of glue on here. Could use your snail, but when you put a little bit of water onto the paper, it gets a little warped. It's just inevitable. So it's good to have a nice strong glue like our Tombow multi-purpose adhesive. I absolutely love it. And see, you could just throw that down and whoop, it's a day. You could be all done. But of course, it's so much cuter with our balloons. Sorry guys, I need my glue again. We're gonna get our adhesive, and I do like to kind of eyeball where I'm gonna put my balloons, just so I get an idea of where I want to put my sentiment. I absolutely love this trick. It works so well. Okay. So I'm going to angle it a little bit here so we've got some room here for our balloons. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Where's my glue? I'm going to put Pop Dot onto my green balloon here, because we're going to raise it up a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue onto here. And these are going to get tied over here. So I'm going to put that about there. Okay. And we've got our Pop Dot dimensional on that balloon. We just want to make sure it doesn't extend over the card base. And now the trickiest part of the whole card is to tie these skinny ribbons into a little knot so that they look like a little bundle. And that is that. And that's so cute. Okay, so then I'm just going to trim this down a bit. And you could leave this like that, or I kind of want to make sure it stays put. So I'm going to use a little mini glue dot, and I am going to tighten that. And I'm going to give it a little bit of movement. And now, voila, there you have it. A fabulous, cute, simple, really simple happy birthday card. And what I do is I just pre-cut a bunch of these happy birthdays, and then I just have them ready to go. I just put them to the side so that I can make cards whenever. So let me know what you think. It's something you could do, super easy, right? Okay, I'm going to log off now. I hope you enjoyed our little stamping experience, and I will see you back in the party shortly. Bye-bye.